I'm going to show you how I gained 25,000 followers in only 7 days on my Instagram account. Here's a screenshot for those of you that want to see it. This skill set that allowed me to gain this 25k followers in 1 week only took me 2 months to learn, 2 months of practice, and this was without any help. If you have help from somebody else who knows what they're doing, you'll probably be able to do this a lot quicker. This same skill set that only took me 2 months to learn has allowed me to blow my Instagram up to over 130,000 followers, and it's also allowed me to blow on my TikTok to over 370,000 followers. I'm going to give you guys 5 things I wish I knew before I got started with my own theme page journey. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. My first tip is going to be to stay consistent. I know this is probably a boring one and one you've heard over and over again, but consistency is key. If you can't stay consistent with anything, you're never going to see any big results. Big things take time, and so you need to stay consistent. With that being said, I can guarantee you if you know what you're doing, create good content and keep trying to improve your content and just focus on growing the page, that is another big thing, focus on it, then I'm sure you will see growth. There's no way you don't. If you stay consistent with it and you post every single day or even multiple times a day for a year, there's no way you don't have over 10k followers as long as you're making the content and you are making good quality content that people want to see. Consistency doesn't just mean posting though. When I say consistency, I mean you need to be consistent with the type of content you're posting, the type of quality of the post. So make sure you know that the quality doesn't go down. If anything, you want it to consistently be going up, or once it's at a point where it's good enough, sort of stay level. You just want to stay consistent with the times you post. This is going to help you build up your audience and actually have people come back to your page daily for those videos. My second tip I wish I knew before starting is picking a niche and sticking to it. With that being said, you don't just want to pick any niche, you want to pick a niche that is broad and preferably has like a wide age range. So for example, something like motivation is, there's people at 15 that want to be motivated, all the way up to probably 50s. People will want to watch motivational content. And at the same time, within that, you can sort of go into a sub niche. So for me, I went into sort of the motivation and money sub niche. You could do the motivation and the motivation with like a podcast kind of sub niche. So, the people that are speaking and they're motivating you. You could do a gym motivation page. There's loads of things you can do under certain niches, but the motivation niche is just one, but try and pick a broad niche and then almost go into a sub niche under that is going to be able to have a lot of people want to see your content. Because if you're posting something that not a lot of people want to see, like that doesn't have a big audience, then it's going to be hard to grow a following. Make sure when you pick your niche, you stick to it and you stay posting the same stuff. If you post about cats 1 week and the next week about politics, you obviously, all those followers you gained or the followers that you did gain from posting about cats, they're obviously going to unfollow when they see the politics. So make sure you stick with that niche and at the same time pick a winning niche. So maybe, and I would suggest doing something that you like as well. So let's say you're really into the gym, then maybe go for gym content. Let's say you play football a lot, maybe do some football motivation content. These are just some different niches, but if you like the content, you know a lot about it, it's going to be a lot easier to get started. And also you probably have loads of ideas of the videos because your feed will be full of those kind of posts. Okay, tip number 3 is one that I haven't really heard too often, but it is to brand your content. So what do I mean by this? I mean, when you're posting your video, somewhere have your logo on the video. So for example, with my page, I put my logo at the top of the video, so it's out of the way, but it's still there. The reason I suggest this is because even if, well, 1, it stops people from stealing your content. 2, if people see your post and they see your logo on it, they're going to probably maybe remember that logo, especially if it's a good logo that is simple but different at the same time. They're probably going to remember it. So next time they come across your post, they might follow you then because they're like, oh, I saw this guy's post on my page last time and now I've seen it again and I like it. So they're probably more likely to follow. So brand your content helps with those 2 things. And also it just makes your page look a lot more professional. So if you're going to, a brand and they've got their logo on it, it looks a lot more professional. If you think about maybe some of the lower quality brands, then they're gonna probably not put their logo on it because they don't really want it to be associated with their product. So make sure your product is good and then you associate your brand with that product to sort of expand your page. Another important point on branding is to make sure that the whole theme of your page looks good. So for example, if I'm on my page and you're scrolling down the feed, it will all look consistent. You'll see my logo on the posts. You'll see my logo in the picture. Also, my page is themed as black and white. So even all the highlights, once again, they will also be black and white. So just make sure the brand of your page is on point. You're not doing one thing orange, one thing yellow. Okay, make sure you find sort of a color theme that you want and then a theme to your page. So who knows, you might want to even do all your videos in black and white. That can be another thing that separates you from the rest. Maybe you want your text in your videos to be yellow. That's another bit of branding that will once again make you stand out from the crowd. A certain type of font that you use, once again, another way to keep you separated from the crowd. But yeah, and another point to say as well, you don't need your logo to be on the post. You can just do, at the end of every video, you just put your name. So, for example, I have my logo on it, so I don't do this. But I've had a few videos where I've done this. At the end of the video, you could just put, I could just put Millionaire.Aesthetic rather than, you know, having the logo there the whole time. I could just put that in the edit at the end. But yeah, so there's some different options there for you guys, but make sure you brand your page is one of the most important things. Okay, tip number 4. This is a really important tip, okay, one that is going to help you go viral and one that helped me to actually grow 25,000 followers in just 7 days. So what you want to do is you want to look at other people and what is working for them. So for example, one of my videos that blew up and allowed me to gain those 25k followers in 7 days, I actually just took the sound from somebody on TikTok. However, their video was nowhere near as good. So I just took their video and it was low quality. The clips were low quality. The captions weren't good. And I saw he still had like 400,000 likes on the post or something like that. So I was like, okay, let me take this myself, go and do it. I made the video much better. I uploaded it to Instagram and TikTok. It blew up on both of them because clearly the sound was proven. As that guy had used that sound and it was doing really well. And then I just made it even better. High quality clips, cutting the captions at the right points, making sure the captions are high quality, branding it, putting my logo on it, just making the whole thing way better, which allowed me to get a video that had about 4.3 million views on Instagram, and I'm not even sure how many on TikTok, but this was a big factor that got me that 25k week. The 5th and final point, we've got one more afterwards, it's a bonus, but that sort of links to this point, is to make sure you're posting reels. Reels are the best way to grow right now. Thanks to like TikTok coming along, short form content is the big thing. So make sure you're posting reels. It's the easiest way to gain views and attention, which is going to then lead to followers. And yeah, they're just a lot easier to blow up than posts right now on Instagram. So reels is a big factor. At the time when I got the 25,000 follower a week, the only thing I was posting was reels. Now I do some posts here and there, but once again, I can't stress enough, you're way better off investing your time in reels than posts. Posts aren't going to make you grow as much as reels will. Okay, my bonus point is going to be to make sure you're using and picking the right sounds. AI sounds are doing really well right now. You can use a website called 11 Labs to make your own. But with that being said, you don't even need to make your own. You can just go to some of the bigger pages in your niche and look for the posts that are standing out. So for example, if you go and look at my page, most of my reels get around 20k, 30k, and then see if you can find one that has 150k or more than that. And then that is going to let you know that, okay, that is a good sound that is working for him. Then maybe go and look at another big page in your niche. Look once again what their consistent sort of views are. And then bam, there's that one that is going to be doing better than the rest. You're going to go and take that sound, recreate it with your own clips, use it yourself, and that is going to allow you to go viral. Some pointers to look out for when you are trying to find a sound. Does it have a good hook? So does it say something that is maybe controversial or emotional? It's just in general going to get you hooked in at the start. It's really important. So a video that done quite well for me a while ago was someone, the first thing he was talking about was how school's rubbish. Okay, so that's obviously going to hook you in. The next thing you want to look for is does it play on your emotions? So does it make you feel any kind of way? It could be anger, it could be jealousy, it could be guilt, whatever. If it makes you feel emotion, it could make you feel motivated, whatever. If it makes you feel something and makes you feel like ready to go, then that is a really good point. It's going to keep people watching the video because they want to see the end of it. It's also going to make them more likely to share, more likely to comment because they're actually invested in the video. And then eventually, hopefully that will lead to you getting more followers. The watch time is going to go up. The engagement is going to go up with the likes and the comments and the shares, which is going to get the algorithm to boost your video further. And my last point when it comes to finding sounds and using sounds is to not just look at pages within your direct niche. So if you want to make a page like mine, don't just go to pages like mine. Go and look at pages that do maybe gym motivation or football motivation, I don't know, whatever, okay, and use their sounds. Because that way you're going to be using the different sounds from people in your niche. You might be able to find those sounds early that might work really well in your niche. So make sure they fit the vibe of your page and they get the message across that you want to get across of your page, and that will just overall help your page to grow. Now I hope these tips have helped you on your Instagram growth and have given you a good idea of things you can do and things you can change to make your page even better. If you want even more help and you're committed to trying to grow your Instagram, join my free Discord in the description. Is a community where we talk everything about social media growth, and you can directly ask me questions and you can get a page review from me, things like this inside the Discord. So make sure you join that. It's a great place to be if you're trying to grow your page. Also, the Discord is going to be the best place to ask me personal questions, maybe questions you don't want to drop in the comments. But if you want to ask me any personal questions, just drop in the Discord, send me a DM on Discord. I do respond to them when I can. And finally, make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications, because I'm going to be creating videos every single week to help you grow your Instagram page or your TikTok page, just your social media in general. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those videos and you found this information valuable, then drop a subscribe and turn on those notifications so you don't miss a video. Any topics you want me to cover, stick those in the comments and I will get back to them. That's going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys found it valuable, and I'll either see you in the Discord or in the next video.